Hey, it's Chris for AllEars TV and AllEars.net, and today we are visiting Epcot and we're gonna swim with the fishes. No, it's not a Godfather attraction, though that would be pretty interesting. No, we are heading to Epcot and the seas with Nemo and friends. We are not only going to get you on the ride, but we're going to share some tips. I'm going to share my absolute favorite piece of Nemo trivia, and as a bonus, we are going to go beyond the ride and check out one of the world's largest aquariums. There is so much to do in this place. All right, let's dive in. As you enter Epcot's Future World, the first attraction to your right is the Seas, home to the Finding Nemo themed attraction. Now, when Epcot first opened, it was designed to be a more educational type of park, and while many of these attractions were initially popular, the truth is they just couldn't compete with the attractions themed from popular films. Originally called the Living Seas, the attraction was overhauled in 2007, where it became just the Seas and was themed after the ginormously popular Pixar film Finding Nemo. As you head towards the Pavilion, or even if you're anywhere in the area, you'll hear the seagulls from the film shouting their signature line, "Mine, mine." The kids always love that, and the parents think, yeah, that sounds like my kids. This ride is only about 5 minutes long, and wait times aren't usually too bad for this one. Really busy days like holidays can see waits upward of an hour, but most days have waits of around 20 to 30 minutes. It's not really necessary to have a fast pass, but with the way fast pass tiers work at Epcot, it's not a bad option for your tier 2 pick. While this is the main way to get into the aquarium attractions, you can skip the ride and head straight in by heading left towards the gift shop when you enter the building. It's another clam-mobile attraction, just like Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. You'll have to transfer from an ECV to an available wheelchair, although there is a wheelchair-accessible clamshell if you're unable or would prefer not to transfer. Whatever you need, as always, just ask a cast member and they will take good care of you. Picking up where the motion picture Finding Nemo left off, the ride-through attraction is a colorful coral reef setting, and it features a technology that causes the stars of the motion picture to magically appear to be swimming with the live marine life in a 5.7 million gallon saltwater environment, one of the largest such aquariums in the entire world. In the ride, you'll see all your favorite characters from Mr. Ray to Dory, Bruce, Marlin, Squirt, and Crush. Since they're actually projected onto the real aquarium, you might see some real fish swim by as well. The Seas with Nemo and Friends Pavilion measures 203 feet in diameter, 27 feet deep, and contains 5.7 million gallons of salt water. A standard swimming pool holds roughly 20,000 gallons of water. 1 inch of water from the surface here can fill a standard swimming pool.
Find who?
Oh, Nemo! Where are you, Nemo?
Who's Nemo?
He's my son.
The aquarium is so large that Spaceship Earth, which is 160 feet in diameter, would fit inside with some room to spare.
Yes, have you seen him?
See who?
Stop playing games!
Hi, I'm Dory.
Once you spot these jellyfish, you know we're headed into the dark part of this dark ride. I'm not gonna lie, as cute as it is for kids and as much as they love Nemo, this ride is a little more scary than expected for the kiddos from a strictly dark perspective. This is a dark ride. Things get really dark here as we're surrounded by all those little orbs which turn out to be anglerfish. Totally creepy and kind of scary, so make sure the kids are ready. There's a big anglerfish scene coming up. This one can be scary, so make sure the kids are ready. Here's the anglerfish. Now, it's hard to capture how scary he is on video, but also know that he's actually just a puppet, and if the light hits him just right, you can actually see the strings used to control his movements. Finding Nemo was actually the first Pixar movie to take place outside of the United States. The second was Ratatouille, France, followed by Cars 2 in Japan, France, Italy, and the UK, and lastly Brave, which was in Scotland. Next up is Bruce the Shark.
Why didn't you drop by for a little bite? Oh, what a...
Okay, let's stop for a second for my favorite bit of Nemo trivia ever. So, the name Bruce is actually an homage to the robotic shark used in Steven Spielberg's film Jaws, who was also named Bruce. So, why was that shark named Bruce? That was the name of Steven Spielberg's lawyer.
Thank you for a little bite. Where are you? Swim over and say good day to your old
This is awesome! Great!
Nemo narrowly escapes Bruce, and then we're cruising through the EAC, the East Australian Current, with Crush, Squirt, and Nemo. The bubble projection effects almost make you feel like the ocean is really swirling around you. Now, the last couple times I was on this ride, the ride actually stopped in this area while they were loading some passengers who needed assistance. This is an Omnimover ride, and it may slow or stop occasionally to help other passengers get on. While this bubble tunnel is an amazing effect, the motion can be a little tough for an extended period, so keep that in mind if the ride does come to a stop or slow and your kids start to get antsy. In true Imagineering fashion, this is one of those amazing reveals that Disney does. Turning the corner to get the first view of the aquarium, and yet here's that mix of technology where we see the projections of Nemo and his friends on top of the real aquarium. Just amazing. Nearly 2 tons of food is produced each week for the inhabitants of the seas. There are more than 70 varieties of fish and other marine animals, with a total of over 8,000 inhabitants. Finding Nemo had the largest opening weekend for an animated film upon its release. It opened in the US on May 30th, 2003, and the film surpassed The Lion King to become the highest grossing animated film. In the film, there's a school of fish, and it's voiced by John Ratzenberger. Ratzenberger, who has a classic character voice, has been in every Pixar film, including Ham in the Toy Story trilogy, John the Human in WALL-E, P.T. Flea in A Bug's Life, and the Yeti Abominable Snowman in Monsters, Inc. Okay, so this dolphin happened to show up at the moment we were filming. Yes, it is a real dolphin who showed up at the right place at the right time as far as we're concerned. The ride is fun, it's calm, it's nothing earth-shattering, but once you're in the pavilion, there's a lot to do here. One of the family favorites, and still a pretty amazing effect to this day, is Turtle Talk with Crush. He's basically a 3D animation, and he's using avatar technology to allow the animation to interact with the audience in real time. This one never gets old.
Sweet. Cool, there's a dude over here. Actually, it's a dudette. Gray shell, extra ears, goggles by the bench. She's a swarm. Hey, what's your name down there?
Marissa.
Hey, Marissa, what's up? Do you like to swim too?
Yes.
Cool. I love your goggles.
Then there's all the aquarium exhibits. You have Nemo with Friends, where you can search for Nemo and Marlin, which is a clownfish, blue tangs for Dory, starfish or Peach, seahorses, Sheldon, and stingrays, of course, Mr. Ray. You can also check out the Can You Find Nemo habitat, the Great Barrier Reef display, the stingray viewing habitat, Mr. Ray's Lagoon, and my personal favorite, the jellyfish. And if you're scuba certified, you can even go diving in the pavilion's aquarium. Just call 407-WDW Tour to make reservations for this 3-hour experience. It's amazing. And of course, you could visit the manatees. You can actually see them from a tank on the first level, but then up on the second level, you could see them from above. These manatees have been rescued and are being rehabilitated before being released back into the wild. And don't forget the big giant aquarium. It's a beautiful experience for all ages. It's one of the few attractions in all of Disney where you simply don't need to rush. You can take as much or as little time as you want. On the hottest days in the park, this is a must go on your list where you can spend a whole lot of time out of the sun in an ultra cool environment. And that is a little pun. It's ultra cool and it's cool with air conditioning, but it's really cool. Oh, look, a gift shop. Yes, the gift shop. Been there, done that. A lot. Overall, the Seas still follows the original educational mission of Epcot, but now it's all wrapped up in a popular movie package that thankfully makes it more accessible to families. So have you been to the Seas? What's your favorite part of the Seas complex? What would you recommend to other viewers to put on their must-do list for the Seas? Tell us in the comments. Hey, if you like this video, click on that thumbs up. Be sure to stay tuned to AllEars TV and AllEars.net for more Disney news, fun, and stuff. And follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. Want more ride videos? Check them out right here. And please subscribe to AllEars.net and clang that little notification bell so you immediately get notified when we post a new video. This is Chris for AllEars TV. See you next time.